So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
Talking hundreds.
So enough for a new toy house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
And they're going up against Team Johnson from the Irricana Curling Club.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome to draw number 2 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. It is a great night for curling, and my name is Rhett, Mailloux, joined here by Haustin. How are you feeling tonight?
Really good. Excited for some curling.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game tonight. Have a little bit of a fan favorite with Team Kooi on the ice, and a little bit of a lesser-known team, but nonetheless a really good team. The Daylan Vavrek rink out of the Sexsmith Curling Club. Like I said, they might not be as well known, but I've seen them play, and I've played against some of the players, and they're not one to count out.
No, they're here, so they're good.
I assume you're here to cheer on your son.
We're just finishing up some introductions here, and then we'll get underway with some first end action.
The rink here, as well as there's lots of people walking around with a yellow 50-50 vest. So the draw will be on tonight at 9:30, and that supports the Haustin Curling Club and grassroots curling. Each day there'll be a separate 50.
A little bit of a pan of the crowd as we're waiting here. Looks like we got a good bit of people here for a draw number 2.
And on your smartphone, if you know how to do that.
Yeah, not bad.
Buy a ticket there.
Little chilly outside. Maybe some people don't want to travel in the cold.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy to be sitting at home in my nice warm house here, because it is not the nicest outside.
No, I'm happy sitting behind this window.
Have a good one.
Well, with practice slides underway, looks like we're going to have Team Maverick throwing here first. After both teams had their pregame practice, looks like Kooi won the draw to the button contest, giving them their hammer.
I think we're like mid-14s. Yeah, I think even almost ties by now. We're not gonna hurt you.
Now we know that Team Maverick has already played a game today, so you might see them try and go a little bit more aggressive off the bat, try and Try and get that one up on Team Kooi here, who is fresh and on their first game of the event.
Close in. Probably in. Go in. Or top 8. Yeah, go in. Yep. Good toss.
Just gonna sink into the rings. Gonna keep it a nice, clean first end.
Yeah. Whoops.
10. Whoa, no, right off. 10. Right off. 10. Clean.
Now, you said you were there down at the ice level for the first draw here of the week, and lots of good curling, lots of exciting shots.
Oh yeah, it was really good curling. It was really good to see them.
Yeah.
Like you say, they can make them look pretty easy.
I'm gonna overthrow that.
No, that's probably going to be a key not to overthrow anything.
Yeah. Yeah, 9 just seems kind of out of.
Shit strong. Clean. 10-5. Oh. Clean.
Well, as we're just running rocks up and down the sheet here, it allows me to thank one of our major sponsors here at Curling Alberta, and that is Boston Pizza. For more than 50 years, Boston Pizza has had a proud history of participating and giving back to the communities in which we live and operate their restaurants. The Boston Pizza restaurants of Northern Alberta understand the value of being involved in the community. Boston Pizza is honored to be involved and support the community where it needs it the most. They know the strength that is required from the community to host events such as the Boston Pizza Cup. And thank the host committee for having the same passion of curling as they do. 50 years, that's quite a long time to be a supporter of curling.
Yeah.
Tyler, always Tyler. 6. Go 5.
Well, looks like we're going in the rings now.
Yeah, the last hit there from the Maverick ring kept the rock just a little bit out of the rings and allows Team Kevin Kooi to put a little bit of pressure coming under, so might not be as clean of a first end as we would have assumed.
No, and that's back to your comment of them taking advantage of them maybe.
Yeah, all teams get a little bit of a practice before the event to feel out the different sheets and the different rocks, but having a game under your belt and kind of wearing off a little bit of those nerves is a big it's a big thing in games like this.
Sorry, Carter. Not sure there was enough ice. Sorry, Carter. Go to the wing.
Coming up a little light's going to allow Tyler here to draw the back of the house, get a little separation from the yellow stones, and maybe set up for a nice deuce.
I'm good either way.
I think we see Kevin changing his
try
mind.
to come in behind, yeah.
Yeah, really smart idea, as those red stones are staggered, and although they might be the Vavrek color, they're not really helping him right now in this situation.
Okay.
If Tyler can make a good one, it's going to be a little bit of hurting for
Tons of room.
Daylan and his team.
Wider than anything else. All right, go. Keep back here. Take a look. Back here, though. Yeah, we're back there. Keep going. Keep going. We're back there. Keep going.
A little bit of late curl there, brings it in.
Yeah, a little heavier than they would have liked it, but it's going to come in, like you said, late curl, and it's going to be something that Daylan and his team are going to have to worry about, because it is, I believe, half buried here.
You got enough? Yeah, I'm thinking I don't mind the double peel. You want to just rip the reds? Got 4 bullets.
Oh, the front end wants to get rid of those.
I think so. Or do you try and go thin? Like, you guys like that? Yeah, I think you go like.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Is those 2 stones in front of the house are going to cause a little bit of trouble for the Maverick team here, as they're kind of not helping the team. Like I said, even though they're their colors, they're kind of set up in a way that it's almost hurting you more than helping.
They might be able to roll one of them in. Oh, yeah.
Great shot. Good.
Yeah, caught it thin, bringing the redstone into the rings.
No, this guy.
It's going to leave Kevin with a little bit of decision making here.
You want to be fairly thin, but 10. I have no clue.
It'll be straight.
I like the out. I don't have a clue. What...
Yeah. The streams
you
online.
You can be pretty thin on it.
Both ways.
10.
See a little bit of a discussion with Kevin Kooi here as they want to make sure they make this hit and roll in a way that they're not leaving an easy double back. Right now, if they can hit and roll to a good spot, that chance of 2 is going to turn into a chance of 3.
10.
Whoa, straight. Whoa. Shooter, shooter, shooter. Shooter, 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 shooter.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Caught the yellow stone, pushing it back, creating even more space between all the rocks. And there's a double lined up there for Tristan Stanky here of Team Maverick, but still in a lot of trouble as Kevin's gonna have a chance to lie 2 on his next shot.
Oh, yep, oh, hard, yes, hard, hard.
No lack of weight on Tristan Stones, but just gonna come up a little bit.
Sets him up to lie 3.
Yeah, bonk this on the nose. They're gonna be able to lie 3, and not an easy shot to get out of trouble.
A little solid.
Yep.
9.5.
Hard.
A little solid.
Hard. Real hard. Keep going. 9-5. Yeah.
Really good sweep by Tyler Tardy there to hold the line. A little bit of fresh ice as it's just the first end, and sitting 1, 2, 3 in some really nice spots.
That's the intern. Yeah, that's the intern. Always. All right, Tristan.
Gonna have a chance at this back double and be able to bunch the stones up a little bit, but still a lot of pressure on this Maverick rig.
Whoa. Close. Oh! Close. Curl. He's got it. He's fine.
Oh, he might. Oh. No.
Yeah, it looks like they liked it most way down the sheet, just calling for a clean, but just might not have curled up that little bit of an inch at the last second, and gonna hit it a little too thin.
Now he's gonna spread the rocks apart now.
Yeah, giving Aaron Slaczynski here a chance to go to the other side of the rings and get as much separation as he can.
Oh.
Sweepers are off. This might be running a little heavy.
Could be a little hot.
Just gonna slide through the back, throwing a draw like I usually do.
We could end up with a blank end anyways.
Yeah, this is a big break for Daylan Vavrek here as it gives him a chance at this double and to head to a blank end. They're going to be happy with this, as this is a team you don't often get a miss like that from.
No.
I felt like in practice yesterday that both...
Just a little more.
I don't think it's going to fall.
Fans are all waving in the background.
Yeah, you can see the live stream playing on the back of the TV.
I know some of them.
Girl.
Oh, he looks like he's gonna roll out.
Yeah, just maybe a little more positive than he would have
Yeah.
liked. We seen Tristan's rock under curl there on that intern side too. So maybe something we're gonna have to watch out for throughout the game. Might also be just early ends. The ice hasn't broken in yet, but once again, gonna give Team Kooi here the chance to split the rings and get as much separation as they can. Hopefully, keep that deuce chance alive.
Yeah, but if you give us what you gave us in practice.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to get back 8.
Yeah, same as practice.
Less.
Yeah.
Ski line.
A little bit of a second chance in this path. Seeing Aaron's come down before, they're gonna know the speed a little bit better, know the feel, and you're gonna see
7.
Tyler and Kark just dust this one into the rings.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
Keep going. Come on.
That'll be fairly even.
Okay, that's good sweep.
Try to get them as even as possible to take away any big double and
Big weight double.
Good sweep. You got less, eh?
Yeah.
so one thing I've learned with both these teams is they're not afraid to throw the big weight, and well, they're pretty good at it too.
That's not hard.
To see Daylan's last stone here, trying to get both moving, or at least roll to the second one and keep Kevin's chances of a deuce down.
A little harder, yeah. It's a big weight.
Sweeper's not touching it out of the hand. Is he gonna make it?
Yeah, close.
Yeah, it's a really flat double, and well,
Maybe it wasn't there.
you see as hard as he had to throw and still couldn't quite get it out. So it's
Still
gonna give,
couldn't quite her, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna give Kevin that chance to hit the stay first too.
You were dead 10 on that one. Doesn't look like a lot, but do you think that's good for 11? Yeah,
Oh wait, 11.
11.
Okay. Ten and a half.
Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Oh,
Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa.
10 and a half. 11.
Clean.
11. 11.
Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, liking it out of his hand. Just gonna clean it all the way down the
Nice throw.
down the sheet and gonna
There you
sit
go.
first too.
11.
So after the first end, we're gonna have Kevin Kooi up 2-0 on
Nice
Team
throw.
Daylan Vavrek. We'll be right back just after a few short commercials.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2023 Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice bat has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to the second in action here in Stettler for the Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. After first end, Kevin Kooi going up 2-0 over the Daylan Vavrek rink. A little bit of a nice start for the Kooi team here, coming off for the first game.
Yeah.
You know, we had mentioned people in the stands and back in the original 16 lounge there. If you're interested in seeing the games live and having some of the best seats in the house, you can check out tickets. They're available online at curlingalberta.ca/2025 BP Cup. Or if you're around the area, you can go right to the Stettler Arena, and I believe there's tickets available at the door.
Yes, there is.
Yep. Keep going.
Really nice pair starting off by Garrick Martin here. Nice top four stone and really nice center guard, nice and tight and on the center line. So gonna force Evan here to make a really good shot.
Close the line.
Yeah, close heavy. Small tap.
Line's good. Line's good. Copy.
It's pretty good.
Room.
Top four.
Room.
It's good. Top four.
Run into.
Small
Line's good.
tap. Just do it.
Line's good.
Just
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
Oh, he's got a nice one coming in now.
Now we're bouncing. Just really small bounce.
Yeah, it's finishing in. Nice late finish coming in. Really good weight here by Evan. Might get a little bit of a bump.
What's up?
I got 15.
Really good shot by Evan
I
Asmussen.
think this spot's pretty quick.
Angling up the stones, really nice for Red and shrinking the scoring area.
Seven?
Yeah.
What?
Seven.
Clean.
Just for line.
Oh, then.
You know, it's one thing
Just
I
a
can't
little bump.
emphasize
Nice
enough
hit.
is these
Don't want to.
front
Nice
ends of
hit.
these top level teams. As a
Hard.
lot of people look at that front end position
Hard
and
line.
might not like it
Hard.
as much, but their
Keep
jobs
pulling.
are so
Keep
important
pulling.
when you come to play at this level. It's a make or break making those shots or being off by an inch or two. So I give a lot of respect to leads and seconds on these high level teams.
Nice.
Yeah, they set up a lot of good ends for him.
Yeah. We bounced it, yeah.
Looks like Daylan's not looking to get into any trouble like last end. Gonna rip the front and try to get some yellows moving here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2/3.
It's in a good spot.
Yeah.
They'll just replace that guard again.
Yeah, Kevin looked in the house and he's really liking how those angles are lining up. Really liking how those angles are lining up. So he's just going to pop a guard here and
Okay.
looking to force Daylan and his team to make
1.5. Yep.
that
Straight.
first move.
Just straight. Just a 2. Straight. Keep going. 2. Keep going. Both of you go. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, another nice guard.
That curled a lot.
Yeah.
Even with you.
Sweeping it.
I think you can chase it. Yeah. No, I like. He's like
Yeah, might have over curled just an inch, but it's still in a really good spot. Showing
Showing a
showing
piece.
the Maverick. Yeah, showing
Like
the
they're gonna
Maverick
go
team.
after it.
Yeah, they see just enough to go after, and if they make this good, they might be able to sit 2 reds in some good positions. To be able to get after it, you're gonna have to play a little bit of a lighter weight, I'm thinking. So you might not be able to get both yellows out of the rings, but if you can kind of change the way the rocks are
Change the
sitting,
angles. Yeah.
yeah, change the angles, change the way the rocks are sitting, and it's gonna bring some opportunities. So it's hanging out a little bit, so Evan's gonna try and bring it back.
Just the red?
Curl. No.
Sit.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, good try.
Weight was a little big.
All right.
Didn't catch enough of it.
Okay.
No, it's, you know what, these athletes are playing on such a good ice surface this weekend. Big shout out to Darren Molding.
Move it a hair's okay.
It really
Just
tells
draw
on you
weight.
if you're that little bit heavy, they don't come up quite as much as you think. And it really rewards the athletes with the good releases and good weight control.
I like that. Oh, 6.
Yep.
6, 7.
And you know what I talked about? If
7.
you're around the area wanting to get
hold
some
it.
tickets, but who
6.
knows? Maybe you want to go up for a weekend and
Seven.
stay up for some championship draws. And it brings us to our next sponsor, Best Western Hotels and Resorts. They are the presenting sponsor and the proud accommodation partner for Curling Alberta. Best Western Hotels and Resorts is an award-winning global network of hotels located in over 100 countries and territories that offer accommodations for all types of travelers. Best Western is Curling Alberta's preferred accommodation partner and has been a proud partner for curling in Alberta for over 20 years. We'd like to say thank you to Best Western Resorts for always providing our curlers with a home away from home while they are on the road for a lot of the season.
Even if you roll like, you can ever roll like 2 feet over, you know?
Yeah.
Like roll
Throw it
all the
fairly
way
hard
over.
though, like 10, 9, like 9.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it's tight, but yeah, I think so.
Like 3/4. Okay.
Looking for a nice little hit and roll here.
Yeah, there's a lot of yellows here, kind of at the front of the rings, and it's a little bit of a problem for Daylan Vavrek and his team. So just gonna try and get rid of a yellow and maybe roll to a spot and fix the angles.
9.5.
Hard.
9.5.
Hard. Oh. Hard. Yep. Hard.
That's perfect. Good shot.
That was not there.
Really good sweep by Evan Asmussen to keep it off the guard and overrolled just a little bit, but that almost works out in their favor as now both those reds are lined up onto the yellow. That's going to make it hard for Team Kooi to
Room to make this?
Yeah, play on that could lose their yellow
I
at the
got
back.
like 3 inches of air. I got like 3 inches of air there.
What? Okay. You want to be as low as you can.
Yeah.
You can play it fairly tight here. If you rub that, it's probably not the end of the world. Like 12.5.
Okay.
I like that. So.
Never.
12 pounds.
I missed what Kevin gestured there, but might be trying to just move around a little bit of the reds, trying to create some different angles.
Curl. Shooter.
Get a little separation. Huh? Gonna get rid of the one red.
Yeah, really good hit and roll too. It's gonna take away, gonna unlock the yellow at the back and make it easier to get at that red stone.
Will might have a roll under.
Not only that, but if the Maverick rink plays something onto this back yellow stone like they plan to, if they don't make it perfect, both those yellows are gonna be lined up really nice onto whatever stone is left behind.
Oh.
Down 10.
Close. Curl.
Not quite
Whoa.
10.
Whoa. Curl. Curl.
This one's gonna hang out just a little bit. They're gonna try and carve it back.
Okay.
The roll away doesn't look like they're gonna sit for second shot, so might see a little bit of a conversation here with Kevin and Tyler. Or Aaron, sorry.
hit and roll to lie 3.
Doesn't seem much good.
You know, I brought up how important these front ends are. The Maverick team is really showing it off right now, throwing some great stones and some great sweeps from both Carter and Evan to save a lot of stones.
This is horrendous, right?
Like, what's that?
Like if I do this, that's like
not good at all. Yeah.
And watch and see here is Kevin's just trying to assess his options, seeing what's there.
Yeah, he's taking his time.
This is a big guess, but I'll see what they like.
Yeah, he's never been one to be a very quick curler. I hear a lot of times people talk about he uses quite a bit of the time clock that he's given.
We kind of like the freeze.
Yeah, you do this. Freezes when we're second.
Yeah.
I think you either try to kill this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or else you play this. I'll see
yeah.
what it looks like.
Looks like he's just going to try and raise that bottom yellow stone onto the red and maybe get a little roll under that corner guard. Putting a lot of pressure onto the Maverick team once again.
The chase. Yeah. Like just no. Tap it out.
Okay. Kind of weigh like a 12
hit the
and a
back
half.
red one.
Yeah, just enough to kill it.
Yeah, that's probably more like 13. He was 13-7 on Aaron's. That was
a little more.
Gonna have to be careful as we haven't seen a lot of stones going to the outside, so a little bit of a guessing game here on what the stone's gonna do. So sweepers are probably gonna be on and out of the hand, and gonna have to be really close just in case this stone decides to jump.
Clean.
Yeah. Just to the hack.
13. Whoa, whoa.
Clean.
13.
Clean.
Whoa.
13. Clean.
13. Yep. Yep.
It's coming in nice.
Clean. Curl. Curl. Good.
Nice roll.
Yeah, nice roll to sit kind of buried in the back, and
yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Even if
it's gonna make it hard for a draw to count for the second stone. And even if they do, a lot of the times that draw is gonna be open for a pick or some type of shot. So not only getting rid of a red stone, but also rolling to a really good spot.
Try to get a piece buried, eh?
Yeah, half buried. T-line. Get him top 4. Okay. Okay.
Light's bad.
These guys are going to have a really good feel for the draw path, as most teams throughout their pregame practice throw a lot of draws, so should see a really close stone here.
Yeah, tight. Hey, line's good. Line's good. Whoa, line's good. Whoa.
That's coming in really good. Nice late curl.
14-5. Sorry, boys. I could have had you off. No, I'm gonna give you a.
Yeah, really good late curl to get half buried behind the red in the top 4, and like you said, sitting 2, so forcing Kevin to make a shot on this.
Is the hair better than your draw the button? Your draw the button's probably pretty close to frozen.
You know, it's an exciting game to be watching. There's no lack of rocks in play here in the second end.
Line's good.
Room though.
You need
Okay,
7, 8.
That's what we want.
Yeah. Yep.
Line's
Line's
fine.
good.
Line's fine.
Five.
Go then.
Just
A little wider path as both draws have come down, so looks like it's going to be a little bit slower. Car's going to have to go hard. Yeah, not going to quite get as far as they would have liked.
Cuts the scoring area down for 3. Makes it
Yeah,
tougher.
Yeah, it's going to make it really hard for Maverick to get in here for 3. Their corner guard from the start of the end is kind of in the way of the draw path to the other side of the 4-foot. So might have to see Daylan go wide here, which will be a little bit of a guess on the speed. You might also see Daylan come to the more open side and try to play a lightweight tap to that back yellow and the back 8 there, but looks like Daylan's going to go for
the draw,
the wide draw. Going to see a lot of communication between both the line color and the sweepers on this shot, because as I said, we're going a little wider than most draws have been, so it's going to be fresh pebble and a little bit of a different speed, and you might even see the rock curl that little bit earlier.
He almost needs a piece of the 4-foot, so
yeah,
he's
there's
gonna have to curl late to get there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room to get there, and with that Yellowstone just thrown being so tight, he's gonna have to be really close for weight.
I think you guys are all there.
Last stone by Daylan Vavrek here in end number 2.
Wait's good. Line's good. No. Okay. Line's good. Let's room 2, guys.
Looks to be running a little bit hot.
Okay. Weight is perfect. It's got to curl a bit.
A lot of room.
Yeah.
I just let her stop.
Might see it grind in. A little bit of that fresh path. Aaron's going to try and go and keep it to 2.
Oh, it's close.
2.
That's a close one. We're gonna have to wait and see. 2 for sure.
2 for sure, yes.
Maybe the line's messing again.
It might be. I think it's going to be 3.
Yeah, it's a really close one, and it's always hard to see from up above. And I think I'm with you. It looks like it's close to being a 3-point score.
You sure?
Put those umpires to work.
Yeah, it's, you know what, if he got there for the 3, it's going to be a big end changer. Not only is it going to give the Maverick rink the lead after the second end, but it's also going to swing the momentum into their favor.
Go watch. Yeah.
See one of our volunteers doing the measure here. A huge shout out to all the volunteers here at the championship this week. Events like this could not run without them. They are so appreciated, and they just have hearts of gold.
Yes, and the umpires put in a little extra time to get to where they're at.
Close. I think it's yellow.
Oh yes.
Who just passed? Okay. Yeah, said 5 3/4.
Too much of a glare on the dial to see exactly where it went.
Yeah, but I think that one's
There
going
it
to be a
is.
little bit more. And there it is. It's going to be 3-2 as we go into end number 3. We'll be right back after a few short commercials.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Oh yeah. Welcome back, curling fans. We're here at end number 3. Team Kooi versus Daylan Vavrek. It doesn't show on the screen, but we are 3-2 for the Maverick team after a big score of 3 last time. And as we're talking about in the break, it kind of brings back a little deja vu from last year when these two teams played each other. And Maverick came out on top to bump Kooi into, I can't remember if it was the B or the C, but like you said, the B, yeah, a little bit of deja vu, and like you said, the break might just have their numbers. So we're gonna have to watch and see how Kevin and his team are gonna bounce back from a big 3.
Keep going. 5, 6, 6. Keep going. It's hard. You gotta keep going. Keep going. Go.
Really nice corner put up by Kark Martin, and an even better come around. Just going over the 50-50 logo there. And it kind of allows me to go into talking about the 50-50. The Erskine Curling Club and the host committee have done such an outstanding job putting on this Boston Pizza Cup. Talking with Curling Alberta, it sounds like they're one of the most eager and excited host committee. So if you would like to support the Erskine Curling Club and several of their club's initiatives, you can buy a 50-50 ticket from Curling Alberta. All you have to do is go to curlingalberta.ca/50-50 and you can buy tickets there. Only catch is you must be 18 and you must live in Alberta. So I'd be sure to take a look into that, and it supports a good cause, so why not?
He's looking for a hit and roll under the outside.
Hard!
Yeah, the Maverick team made a really good hit. The come around by Kark there the come around from Kark just showed a little bit, allowing the Maverick team to get there, but a great bounce back from Tyler Tardy there to hit and roll, buried under the corner. Buried and shot nonetheless. After a big end, you see Daylan might go up there and try to rip the corner, stay out of trouble, but a little bit of a discussion between the team. Back to the original call, try to peel off that corner guard.
Or a straight run back. Oh, nope.
Okay.
And just missing the one in the back. Really nice peel there by Carter Lautner. With Kevin sitting shot number 1, it's going to give him a chance to come under this center guard here. Put a little bit of pressure onto the Maverick team once again. They want to be careful here. You don't want to. You want to make sure you're buried, but you don't want to be too deep into the rings here.
Right here.
Because that would allow for Maverick to come down and freeze and short or make that scoring area a little bit smaller.
Curl if you can.
And Kevin doesn't want to look to get forced here. Wants to look for maybe a blank or even a deuce would be really nice right now.
There's a nice come around. He's going to hit the open one.
Yeah, great weight from Tyler Tardy there. Like I said, not coming too deep, so Daylan's forced to play on the open one here. He can't make any freeze or any fancy shot to...
10. 10. Whoa.
Curl.
Cardev. Anything?
Little roll. Not enough.
Yeah, not quite the roll they were looking for, but inching closer and closer to the center there. It's going to give Kevin a chance here to roll and maybe get 2 buried under cover.
Good weight there.
Set up a possible 3-ender right back at him.
Yeah. You know, you want to make sure though here, if you're Kevin, that you don't want to ever underroll. Your miss is to make it perfect or to overroll, because if you underroll, you're gonna give Team Maverick a chance at a really good hit and roll back to a good position.
Just a nose hit.
Yeah, a little bit of a commentator's curse there. Sorry, Kev, but like I said, it's gonna give Daylan a really good chance to hit and roll. Undercover and above the tee, but with how high it is, they might be able to have a shot back.
Shade more. Yep. Felt similar, guys. Whoa. Curl.
This one's a little roll again, not much.
Not bad.
Yeah, see both teams kind of getting caught on the undercurl here. It's something we see at early in events like this, as the ice is a little green, as curlers call it, and doesn't quite have the curl as you'll see later in the event.
Nose is death.
Yeah, it tends to be a little straighter coming to the middle, as we might see in a couple draws down the line.
Hack. You like that?
Yeah.
Okay, you were 12.
Yeah.
Now, is he going to try to bury one under there, hit and roll, or is he going to roll to the open?
This won't do much.
Yeah, same ice, I think.
Might see him try to get a little bit under. Being so high in the rings, though, it's going to be hard to not leave.
Chance at a double, maybe.
Yeah.
Just 12.
Curl.
12.
Whoa. Straight.
He's
Curl.
going to have a really good roll here.
Straight. Whoa.
Oh, rolled it out into the partway in the open.
Yeah, it's going to poke out that side, but you know what? It's not the end of the world, because you're kind of baiting the Maverick team into a chase here, and you have that red catcher in the back, so makes it interesting. I really like Daylan's call here. He's going to run it back, and what this does is you're running back one of your own colors, and you got to do something about these 2 stones in the top houses. They're kind of in that control zone, as we call it, and are really dangerous stones. So even if you get one or even a straight peel and you open it up and give yourself
There's a chance at a double later, yeah. It's
a little too late to be doing anything too fancy, and Kevin set up really nice, and even if Daylan drew one in there, he's got a lot of shots to sit a bunch, so a little bit of an end saver here.
Whoa. Curl. Roll it off.
Looks like just a straight peel.
Yeah, once again on the undercurl, but like I said, it's not a bad thing. It keeps it open, and even like you said, it's going to give him a chance at a double later. Kevin's going to have to be really careful where he puts this next stone.
Yeah, you don't want to leave a triple.
Yeah, try not set up a triple, or even he'd like to score as much as he can here. So even a double isn't ideal, but in most cases where you put this is there's always going to be something available.
Sure. You're thinking like middle 8?
I just think guards don't have as much time to curl, so.
Okay. I just feel like we can guard half this rock, right? We can't guard that side.
Okay, yeah, you can. Okay. I agree. Give me a
Try to
more.
protect against the double.
Yeah, nice tight guard here. Protect against the double, and with it being tight, you might see Daylan run it in, but in the most case, you don't have a lot of danger if you can.
If I throw what I
you can cover these stones.
On my last one in a good spot, that's what, top 8?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same as practice.
Okay. I think that's good. Like I just. Yeah. 2/3.
Line's a little tight.
1, 2.
Just clean.
Line's good.
Just clean. 1. Okay, get it over. Hard. Hard, guys.
Keep going, guys.
Hard, get it over. Hard.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The rock. Ooh, big break.
A little bit of an uncharacteristic miss by the veteran here in Kevin Kooi. Not quite enough steam on that one, and it's going to give Daylan a chance to make this double and sit 2, and from a potential score of 2 or 3, it might come down to a force.
Now that biter at the back could make the force.
Put your broom in front of the rock.
Can't see yellow on yellow?
You know, the Maverick team's not going to overcomplicate this. They're just going to make sure they're going to get rid of 2, and Daylan just threw this similar line, so he's going to have a really good idea of what it's going to do.
Hard!
And makes the double. Boy, did they make it look easy.
They do. Is he going to attempt the blank on this?
Yeah, he's looking at it. It's a hard one because
The
you
red
got to
one's
hit.
fully in the rings.
Yeah, you got to hit it
Front
so
one.
thick to get both going, and I don't think you quite get both going and roll out. So I think he's just gonna bonk this top one on the nose here and take his one.
Make the double and take one, yeah.
They keep throwing like that,
Yeah. Clean. Yep. Hard.
See Kark on it early,
Hard.
moving a little more than they might have thought.
Whoa.
But making it look easy with a great sweep to.
Nice double.
Yeah.
Not quite. I can't tell from my angle. I think it was yellow.
Yeah, I believe so. So a great sweep to score 1 to bring us back to even going into end number 4 action. We'll be right back right after a few short commercials.
We got some good
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 4 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. After a force in the last end, we're here at sitting at 3-3 with Maverick with the hammer. A little bit of an unfortunate miss coming out of Kevin, hogging a stone, and might owe his team a little bit of a round after that. And well, good thing we have a great sponsor of a great beer. It's Original 16, the official beer of Curling Alberta and the Ice Lounge. It is one of Canada's most successful regional brewers and internationally recognized producer of a world-class beer. Original 16 pays a premium to make sure that their beer is made with the best ingredients. They have a brewmaster with dedication to education, experience, creativity, and craftsmanship. So us at Curling Alberta would like to thank Original 16 for their continued support. For those coming to the championship, Original 16 will be available at the Ice Lounge.
Kark had 2 really good shots.
Yeah, really nice tight guard, really nice to come to the button there. And Evan with a great shot to tap, but I think he might even sit shot there.
You get that one, Daylan?
15-2.
Okay.
Kind of a big momentum swing in this game. We've seen the Kooi team come out strong and
Don't want to be heavy.
get their deuce in the first end, and then Maverick coming back with a 3 themselves and a force into the third end there. So gonna have to put a little bit of the pedal to the metal as we're running out of ends here for Kooi team.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Play a lighter weight and
onto the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the angle for sure.
There's no lack of rocks in play in this game. First couple of ends, I thought we'd see it a little bit cleaner in the first couple, but nope. Getting right into the action, lots of rocks in play, and lots of amazing shots being made.
I asked for more last time and it ran.
Okay, here we go. Good weight. Hard.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep. Oh.
Carter Lautner just trying to run this top red into the yellow.
Really close.
Needs to curl up a hair for him.
Okay.
Picked his own out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, picked his own out. Not the ideal situation, but he does still keep that red top of the house.
And he didn't lose his red totally. Stayed in the 12-foot.
It hit the open one.
You know, whether it be these competitive curlers or curlers back home in the club, I'm sure we can all relate to those biters on the edge of the ring. They can sometimes catch up to you. Maybe Kevin heard us there.
Getting rid of it.
We're talking too loud. He can hear us.
9.5. 9.5. Hurl.
There.
Yeah, joking aside, really good call though, as he's sitting one at the back of the house and taking away that edge one. It's going to force play into the middle here, which plays into Kevin's cards here, as he's looking for maybe a steal here, or even a force would be the end of the world.
Top 8.
Room.
leave those biters around, and all it takes is one good shot, and then they go from sitting 1 or 2 to even 3 or 4. So.
Yep.
Not good.
Okay.
Want to go deep? Deep curl? Sorry, Carter.
A little too deep.
Yeah, not a great situation for the Maverick team there. It comes a little deep, and it's going to create a pocket for Kevin to come and sit in here. To see if Aaron can capitalize on the miss here.
It's the lightest I've given you guys. Okay, line's good. Hard then. Line's good. Go then.
Gotta go.
You want 7-8. Go then. Go. Hard. Hard.
Looks like it's coming in perfect for him.
Yeah, a really hard sweep here from Clark Martin to keep the weight and keep the line.
Okay.
You know what? It's short, but it almost does its job because it's taking away that draw path, and it's a decision time for the Maverick team here.
I want to add, but I'm scared.
Gonna run that yellow in.
Yeah.
Is the scoring area is pretty small right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and run this in, and you might be able to get
right onto the yellow at this shot rock.
Yeah.
Close.
You know what? Tristan's the right one to do it. He's got no lack of weight, and
needs to
gotta come up just a hair.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch his back one, but it's gonna freeze to that back yellow. Not ideal, but it's kind of frozen onto an angle there, which you see kind of lines up. You see Kevin looking at it right now.
Looking at the,
might line up to that yellow in the corner. So although we took out that biter, it might still be coming back to bite him if we're going to go down the pun route there.
I mean, this is really good. It's just hard. Yeah, Tyler likes unlocking it.
And have a little bit of a discussion about this.
I didn't know there
Yeah, it
was
was a missed shot, but there's a lot of trouble
well, it's
right
either
now.
you try and just get it
Can't
out
quite
here
see
and
the
save
outsides
this,
of the rings to see if that
or
red does line up, but
or you're like just
yeah, I'm not the right
freeze and
angle
move
to
it here.
see it, but to me it
That's
looks
probably
like it
better,
will.
I think. Yeah, if you make it, it does curl a bit here.
Yeah, I think that.
Even if they just move them a little bit just to change the angles.
Alright. They're like frozen together. So
he keeps looking at
if
it.
you rip it, it's probably.
yeah, I can't quite hear the guys to see what they were talking about, but might even just try to pick it out. Or looks like Kevin's calling for
a back 4 weight.
Yeah, back 4. Just try to unlock it and make it so you can remove that red at a later date.
Yep. Hard line.
9, 10.
Hard line.
Going hard out of the hand.
10.
Hold it.
10. 9.
Yep.
9.
Whoa.
Rock's really starting to move in here. To see Clark Martin just finish it up there. Really good weight to come down to the red and unlock the stone.
The hair heavy.
It looks like it would have missed it. I know they got a couple ways to get to the red too.
Yeah, not a great situation for the Maverick team here, as that's a lot of yellows and a very lonely red. Not to mention there's a lot of stones to the center of the sheet, so making it very hard to score multiple with Maverick's hammer.
Back. No, just back 8. Weight's good. I think we're just back 8. 12. Weight's good. Just back 4. Back 4.
See the sweepers cleaning. Really liking the weight. Really liking the line. Gonna go a little bit at the end as we watch that rock start to come up.
Attaboy.
Through the little hole. Yeah.
Great shot by Tristan to sit 1-2.
Okay. Yeah, catch one. Just
You know what? The Maverick team has came to play, and they are not having any mercy here, making shot after shot.
Two-thirds works.
The blank would have probably been okay too.
I gotta give a lot of respect. You play someone like Kevin Kooi with, well, everyone knows who he is, and everyone knows just how well he can play. So to come in and to play the lights out and to force him to make shots is not the easiest thing.
Like, I mean, if I hit 2/3 here, we're good. And if the slash is real thin, right?
Like over this way? Yeah, that's super thin.
Now, as great of a shot as that was from Tristan there, if Kevin can make this double good, it's going to be a lot of yellow in the rings.
Clean. Whoa.
See the vintage backswing of Kevin Kooi.
Yeah.
A lot of weight coming down the ice.
Shot.
There you go. Line 3 now.
1-2 doesn't quite hold the shooter and catches a yellow in the back, but like you said, line 3.
A good freeze though right here could put the pressure right back on him.
Good throw.
I was seeing the end personally. No, yeah, just the intern freeze. I mean, I was
Corner
like
freeze
back
on
here,
either
so
side of that yellow
it's a
rock,
little
and
different.
he could be tough to get rid of.
Yeah, I'm going this way. A different turn, but going to this end of the sheet was where we saw Daylan have his draw for 3, so he's gonna have a really good idea of the speed coming this way.
Finish off.
Another great look at the fans sitting in the ice lounge. Looks like there's lots of room back there, lots of tables, lots of people having fun, lots of waves. Once again, if you're in the area, I highly suggest you come down and watch. It's an event like no other where you can get some of the greatest seats in the house.
14-8.
And watch some really good curling.
Yeah, we're very spoiled here in Alberta to have some great teams and some top-level teams, so there's no lack of entertainment here this week in Stettler.
Shake down.
Okay, line's good.
Line's good.
There.
Go if you have to.
Gotta go. Line's good. Gotta go.
Sweepers on it right away out of Daylan's hand. Might be a little lighter than they're thinking.
Gotta go.
They'll try and drag this one to freeze onto the back yellow.
Lock it on. 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 Lock it on.
Very nice shot.
Nice sweep, guys. 14-5.
Great shot to come to the back yellow there, and a great sweep from both Evan Asmussen and Carter Lautner.
It's got to be because of the ice.
Oh, 100%. Great
Darren's
ice.
standing beside me.
Oh, perfect.
It'll be a little dangerous for him.
Yeah. You know what? He is one of the best, and I'm excited because for our U20 provincials, he is the ice maker there. So.
And where's that going to be?
Red Deer.
Red Deer.
Yeah. Oh, I can see him up there. Oh, and he's got popcorn. Yeah. You should tell him there's not quite a Blanksville here.
Yeah, you're not a Blanksville here.
Already, Kevin Kooi gonna draw down for his 1.
Oh, there's still stones to come.
Oh, I'm one thing ahead of way ahead of myself.
He's got the hammer.
Line's good.
8.
Curl.
You're too busy joking around.
Yeah.
Taking too much of the popcorn.
Curl. Curl.
Looks like it might have a little bit more steam than he was thinking. Carl trying to get it over. Oh, just gonna rub and roll. Not what Kevin was looking for there.
That one wasn't the ice.
No. You know what's going to give... And to correct myself, now the last stone.
Now the last rock is coming, yes.
Going to give Daylan the chance to come down. Same path he just threw. He's going to know the weight. He's going to know the line. So there's a lot of confidence to take a big 2. You know, us as curlers, we always like those crooked numbers, those 2, 3, 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Line's good. Okay, running right now. Running. Just curling now. No.
Same shot he just threw.
4-7, no backing.
Yeah, it's going to come in there really nice.
We're fine. Shot.
And there it is. He's going to sit 2, bringing it to 5-3 after end number 4. We'll be back with you just after a few commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2023 Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 5 here in the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. After end 4 there, Daylan Vavrek able to score a big deuce at end number 5 after an uncharacteristic miss from the veteran Kevin Kooi. Might have liked to take a little bit of assurance on that draw. It wasn't one he's going to be happy about. And you know what? Talking about insurance, it gives me a chance to go right into this end sponsor, Bair Direct. Bair Direct offers Curling Alberta's curlers and their families with exclusive discounts on insurance. Eligible members may receive a group discount on their car, home, condo, and tenants insurance on top of any other discounts, savings, and benefits customers are already eligible for at Bair Direct. Plus, Bair Direct offers you a chance to win cash with their monthly draws. Keep your eyes on Curling Alberta's Facebook for the next opportunity to win big. Curling Alberta thanks Bair Direct for giving back to our community when a residential or auto insurance policy is purchased. And you mentioned Curling Alberta, Bair Direct will donate part of the premium collected to Curling Alberta, which in turn supports local curling clubs and different events.
High half.
That's good.
Got a curl.
Should get there.
Got a curl.
Yep.
Keep going.
Whoa, whoa.
Keep going.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard, hard, hard.
Yep.
Brush, guys.
Okay. Shot. Really good.
Alrighty, a really good setup coming into the start of this fifth end. We have Reds lined up, and I'm thinking Carrick might have wanted a little bit deeper on that come around of the yellow there, but a little bit of cleanup crew, or housekeeping as our team likes to call it.
Hard, real hard. Hard!
Whoa! This will be closer. Should be some red moving now. There we go.
Just about catches the back one, but getting two, that's a great shot out of Tyler Tardy.
Well, I don't love it. I kind of like the same spot because I don't like him being able to use the corners.
You want to throw a guard?
I think the same thing. Yeah. I guess up two.
Still a really good chance here for Daylan as he's got control of that back button there, and he can kind of take control of the key, or the control zone as we call it, making it really hard for Kevin to get a good stone in there.
A little less.
Mine's good. Halfway.
Whoa, whoa.
Mine's good.
It's got a curl.
Got a curl.
To your broom.
It's got to move.
Curl if you can. Yep. Yeah, we'll play the rub.
Chip off?
Yeah, we'll play the rub. Whoa.
No. Too much. Too much rub. Nope.
Okay, good.
Okay. Good line call, Daylan.
Thank you.
Another way to get it there.
You know what? It doesn't matter how it gets there. If it gets there perfect, that's what it looks like on the stats board.
I don't hate that. I got nothing.
I think that's pretty high.
You know, I used to laugh with one of our teams when our coach would do the stats, and we'd have bad stats and be like, oh, that's the sweepers, or oh, this is that. Or even if we'd have really good stats, we'd always blame it on fluke shots like that. And it's keeps it uplifting and upbeat. And you know what? Curling's one of those games where even though you're trying to be competitive, is still one of the most fun games, I think, and has one of the greatest communities around it.
If you're just
yes.
12 and a half or 13.
You know what I always tell people, there's nothing like a curling club after a league draw or something, when they go upstairs and you have everybody visiting, maybe having a couple beverages, and there's just nothing like it.
No, the social aspect is, it's one of a kind.
13 and a quarter.
Hard.
Chance to come around this.
Hard.
Just
well, and you were telling me that Yerksen Spiel has a ton of teams that come for their men's and ladies Bonspiel, so I can just imagine the fun that is had upstairs after those draws.
The entertainment they have, the ladies Bonspiel especially, they have a Friday night entertainment that the Erskine ladies put on, and a lot of teams enter just to come for that.
You like 11?
And of course the good curling.
11?
Sure. Yeah, 11. Yeah.
And you know what? Like you would see in the upstairs at your local curling club, Curling Alberta has, I believe they have a social lounge here at the event this week, and you can see different people, different bands.
Yeah, there's local talent every night. Bands.
So I highly urge anyone that's in the area to head down and check it out. This event is going on from the 5th to the 9th, so lots of opportunities to get down there.
It's big. It's big. I wouldn't say you were big.
Yeah.
Right the 4.
Probably got to go here.
Just get low and
you might still leave this.
Christmas tree.
And you know what? As we're talking about all this, the social lounge and even the original 16 lounge you can see back there, I suggest anyone that is of age to go try Sandbagger. This season, Curling Alberta is pleased to welcome Sandbagger Hard Seltzer as our official seltzer. Inspired by those who will do what it takes to get an edge on the competition, Sandbagger is a refreshing seltzer crafted with natural ingredients and gin. Stop by the Ice Lounge and see which of the 4 flavors you will add to your post-curling game ritual. Their grassroots history, combined with a strong commitment to family and their craft, makes Sandbagger Hard Seltzer a valuable addition to our curling community. Talking about the lounge, you can see it all back there as we pan into the sheet.
4-5. Whoa. 4-5. Curl.
Top 4.
Curl. Whoa.
Just going to try and get a nice rock in here buried.
Gotta go.
Yeah, it does not need a curl.
Gotta go. Wait for it. Here it comes now.
It is.
Get it in.
Look at that movement coming in right at the end. If only Darren was still standing there, I could tell him how great the ice has been. Even early in an event, it's running so nice. And
yeah. Now back to your comment about the entertainment upstairs in the hub. They have some cornhole boards set up so you could play cornhole while you're up in the lounge. And we have an annual cornhole tournament at the Erskine Curling Club in late May. And it is a weekend of entertainment, and they have local bands come and play in the evenings there too.
Yeah, I'm seeing this.
Lots of fun to be had, it seems, down in the community, and even if it's not during the event here, like you said.
Yeah.
You guys like that last week?
Well, I think they're on their 3rd or 4th annual now, and it's just getting bigger every year.
Well, you know what? I might even have to stop by one of these years.
Bring your holiday trailer. There's lots of camping on the school playgrounds and the ball diamonds, and you can camp and stay the whole weekend and play cornhole.
Whoa. Curl.
Just got that one through there.
Yeah, really good sweep to get it by the guard, and really good sweep on Evan's part. Almost over curled it to catch the top yellow, but
he threw 12.
It's making it really hard to get through this port, especially with the turn that they just played. It's what we call a negative port, where you're kind of curling against the port or against the angle of the port. So not easy shots either way.
Making it tough to roll either way.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
They're just going to try and follow him down.
Hard.
See Cart hard on the sweep.
Hard. Right up.
Oh, he got
just going to squeak it by, and look at that roll to be buried under the center, sitting top 4. These guys just make it look too easy. Holy.
That was very nice. Wow. There's been a lot of really good shots in this game.
Like that.
You know, I'm telling all my friends and family to listen in and watch all this great curling, and then they're going to go watch me in Okotoks in a couple weeks, and they're going to be like, that's not the same.
Oh, it's probably pretty close.
Even a couple feet short, you're kind of blocking his only path in there.
Now, is that the U20 championship?
Yep. Okay.
That is the Excel Cup. So we have the top 6 teams in Alberta, and then a team from Saskatchewan and BC get to play in that event.
Oh.
Our team got invited this year, so super excited. It's the long weekend, the 15, 16, 17, I believe, in February.
Family Day weekend.
Yeah.
Top 8. Line's good. Wait, you go top 8.
Close.
Line's good. Top 4.
Yep.
Top 8. Line's great.
Line's good.
There's a total different path we haven't seen for a while.
Line's great.
Yeah, I don't think there's been that many rocks out this wide, and you see Daylan come a little bit heavy. Oh, there it grinds in, kind of catching him off guard. Is it going to get there? But just about got there to beat it out for shot.
That's fine. No, it's bad. I was playing with fire.
It's the hard thing with those wide paths is they turn into a little bit of a guessing game. As the ice sits, it tends to get a little slower and grab that little bit more. So if you haven't played a spot in the ice for a while, it's really important for your thrower, your sweeper, and your line callers to all be communicating to try and make the shot the best you can. But a really good attempt there from Daylan Vavrek.
Like 8-9.
And a really good judge from both Evan and Carter.
A straight run back.
I was about to say watch out a out-turn run here, but I'm a lefty, so I'm going to think for Kevin it's his in-turn. But you know what? He loves his out-turn, but he can still make those in-turns just as good. So
yeah, this is his bread and butter.
Yeah, one of the best at the high hard ones.
Yep. Hard. Back it up. Hard. Hard.
On and over the hand, might not quite got as far out as they would have liked.
Oh, it's pretty close. There you go. Just exchanged his. Oh, but his shot rock's visible now.
That was the furthest out when it hit
You see Carr kind of sigh there as he knows there's a port down the middle.
Oh, it looks like just a straight draw though.
No. Kind of surprised to see them not take on that port. Tristan gestured at it there, but
if you put one there, it'll really shrink down the scoring area. But if he ticks a guard on he could give up an easy 3.
Yeah, that's just the thing. They're thinking here if they can, you know what, he just threw this path and he knows what it's going to do. If they can come down and freeze or even get to shot, it might force Kevin to take a 1, which gives them a lead with Haber going into the second half.
Similar.
They have Team Maverick's last stone in the end here. Try to
Similar. More room. We're close. We're close.
Lots of room.
try to force Kevin Kooi to make something good. Really running. Gonna have to watch. It might die down like it did the last one.
Is it gonna lead to something bad here?
Looks like this one's just gonna slip to the back of the 4.
Good read.
It's risky.
I can't see it ever curling enough.
Kevin's gonna take a look at this. He might be lining up that chance for 3 because he's.
I think they're gonna go with the draw though. Yeah.
Yeah. He looked at it. Just gonna go for the draw. You know what? Being tied going into the second half isn't the end of the world, and it's kind of one of those things. There's that run to score 3, but it's risk reward. If you don't make it, you rather pick out your own or might even give them a couple.
Yeah, you could go from a 3 to yourself to giving up 2.
Yeah, it's great if you make it, but it's one of those that if you don't, it's a little scary. But you know what? You just watched Daylan throw the same draw path. He's gonna have a really good idea of the speed and how it's gonna run.
8, right to it. Right to it.
Okay.
Needs a piece of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Curl.
Looks like it might be running a little hot, but should come down.
You got a chance. Good. 14-6.
Nice draw.
Really nice draw for Kevin Kooi to score a 2 to bring us back to even. After end number 5, these teams are going to go and have a little bit of a 5th end break, and we're going to play a few commercials, but we will be back in just a few short minutes.
Half open.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough when you to my house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Bel Air Direct is simpler than playtime.
Shit, still nothing. Okay.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
But I'm not telling him if it's good or bad.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 6 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We've had quite the start of the game here. Lots of big scores back and forth, and lots of ends that have changed hands, looking good for one team and then turned around in the end. So lots of exciting curling to be had.
Quicker after the mop.
You know what? It's kind of anyone's game right now.
It's good. Doesn't need a curl.
Uh-huh.
Shot.
Must be cold out there. Kevin's putting his hoodie on.
Got the hoodie on and the hood up. You know what? I'd like to put a shout out there to any young curlers watching, any youth curlers watching. One of our sponsors is actually a great opportunity for you. It is the Heck Gervais Academic and Scholarship Foundation.
Really good.
They have partnered with Curling Alberta and have 3 scholarships up for grab. The Heck Gervais Academic and Curling Scholarship has been available to young curlers since 1999. The fund was put into place to honor Heck Gervais, a curling legend and his many accomplishments in curling. to his community, his country, and throughout the curling world. The foundation provides youth curlers with a financial opportunity to further expand and refine their curling abilities and accomplishments. Applications are being accepted on the Curling Alberta website until May 31st. Hector Bay Academic and Scholarship Foundation, we thank you for your support of the young curlers in Alberta.
Line will be good. No bounce, no bounce. No.
We got some really nice come-arounds now already.
Yeah, there's both teams still not afraid to mix it up a little bit. We had talked in a break about how we can't see the time clocks, but a lot of discussions happening between ends, so both teams might not have a ton of time banked. And I thought we might see a little bit of a couple cleaner ends or a couple simpler ends, but it still looks to be like we're going to get into lots of action.
Waiting a little bit, top eight only.
I think I talked to the timers. The Kooi's down to 16 minutes and Maverick's at 18.
Not a lot of time for the last 5 ends of play here.
Yeah. But they agreed it's been an exciting game to watch.
Yeah.
Way around everything?
Try to go right to here.
Yeah, we see Kevin jump up there as they take the center guard there. He was hoping that maybe they take it a little too far and then pop it off the center line guard. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the rule, the last few years we've had what we call the no-tick rule, whereas if you have a center guard on that center line, during the free guard zone, you cannot tick it off of the center line. If you do, it gives the other team the choice to replace it and remove the stone which ticked it, or leave it if they so choose. But it was a big rule change, and it's a big change in strategy. As you see a lot of teams when they're having those first come arounds to take a little extra ice, because you can always finish up that stone, but it's not as easy to keep it straight.
Get it there, come on.
Really nice come around there from Tyler Tardy to line up the yellows onto the red stone.
Red into it.
Might see a little bit of a bail here from the Maverick team. Not wanting to get into too much trouble.
Kind of think this is my first thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Kind of nutted on there.
Yeah.
Kind of wait.
Like normal.
Yep.
Right here.
2/3.
I don't think. Yeah.
Now, really smart here. They're not just going to run that center yellow back. They're going to use this corner red, and what that does is it might allow for this red zone to stay in the rings, and it's always nicer to run back one of your own. Ooh, just going to touch it. Not the outcome they would have liked, but not the worst outcome, as it leaves those two yellow stones in the top house staggered, and it's going to be hard to get at that red stone.
What else?
Does that leave him a triple on this guy?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can bounce this, but you're probably just...
Now, we've seen Kevin talking there about maybe potentially trying to make that little bit of a triangle, which would make it so no matter where they put a stone, he has an angle on it later. You might also see them play like he's showing here, come right to the red stone and really put some pressure on Team Maverick.
Okay, just same.
Oh, going back to
just
the original
a piece
one.
under.
It's a great call here because you have a lot of forgiveness. If you're not quite to the Yellowstone, you still have that little bit of a tap. And if you're a little heavy, you might even rub and roll off and be able to use that stone later, or even kind of bump that back Yellowstone there to frozen on the red. So
No, curl.
looks like this rock's going to run a little bit hot coming into the rings.
Straight on the shooter.
So might see that plan B.
Little rub off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's back 4.
A little bit of a rub off, not ideal for the Kevin Kooi rink here, but there's always that but. Still not perfect angles for them.
There's nothing real. Like, this is no good. This is no good. This we're not shot.
You want to run out onto it then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Really like Daylan's call here, as although it's not perfect angles for either team, it's still not an easy feeling having a lot of that to worry about in the front. Looks like we're just going to have a straight peel. Just about catches the one in top 4. A little bit of decision time for Kevin Kooi.
Yeah.
Tap it on the nose.
Right on the nose.
Okay.
With T-line.
Okay.
Now, we talked about deja vu for the past Alberta Boston Pizza Cups with the Kooi rink and the Maverick rink, but a little bit of deja vu here in this game as a lot of yellow starting to pile up in the rings.
Yep.
And we've seen this before. Lots of yellows, and lots of great shots. So, like I said earlier, it's anyone's game.
I hear you. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, curl,
Moving
curl,
these
curl.
yellows around could make that
curl.
red a little more accessible.
Sit. Okay.
Just gonna nestle in there for shot stone, and like you said, moving those rocks around make that red a little more accessible, and maybe give yourself a better chance to make a play on it.
Might be better just to
Yeah, I like that. Just right on top.
kind of roll right on it.
Okay.
I really like what Daylan's showing here. Just kind of hit that
10-5.
outside yellow and roll on top of the other one. Now, what that does is it kind of prevents Kevin from playing any big shot, because he's always going to lose that yellow if he makes this roll good.
Whoa.
Yep. It's good.
Whoa.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Just having a little bit of a clean out of the hand. Now we're a little
it's
bit more of a
coming
sweep.
Nice. Shot.
Really nice shot to nestle in there, top 4.
Very nice.
Attaboy.
Very good.
Ours is dead froze.
That rock's going to be tough to move.
Yeah, it's going to take, even with how hard these guys can. Oops, sorry.
It's touching this
I was
one
just going to
first.
say, it's going to take more than one stone to get him out of
Try
there.
and pick this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth,
Get
and
rid of
even as
this.
hard as these guys can throw, that is a really good stone, and it's going to take a lot of shots. We talk a lot about at these events having
This one will
the
probably
houses
bounce
and the
back here,
stones
which
so
is fine.
lively, but you put it in
Fairly
a pocket
thin.
as good as that, and even someone that can throw it as hard as Kevin Kooi might not be able to spring it out of there.
See what Aaron can do with it.
Whoa. Yep.
I heard one. Now, we did say that these stones are lively, so we might actually see this not fully out, but might roll away. Don't see that, but getting rid of 1, 2, and 3.
Go to the wing? Is that crazy? Back 8. Did y'all like?
Even though that red one's protected, it's easily removable with those, the way they're lined up.
Even if it's just like third shot.
Yeah, not only that, with those yellows being frozen, it's just a simple tap back, and well, then you're sitting 1, 2, 3 in a line.
Just drawn to
Tee
the
for
open.
Sure.
Close, guys.
Line's good.
You gotta go.
Looks like it. Trying to force Kevin to make the shot.
Trying to leave it usable. Yeah. What are we doing? Hard. What are we doing? We're trying to
Come up
leave it
light.
usable. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we weren't.
Yeah, a little bit light, and you're gonna see that they're gonna be a little disappointed in it. It almost seems like Tristan's a little bit surprised, so they might have to keep an eye if that's a spot in the ice. On a positive side, it is in front of the house, and it is a very usable stone. So
yep, it's a corner guard.
It's a corner guard, so something can come around it, or it can be used to run in later in the end, which Kevin is going to have to watch out for, as Daylan has hammer here in this end.
Yeah, like he'll have a half rock.
And earlier in the game, Aaron threw one like that, and it went right through the rings.
11. Solid 11.
Yeah,
You
you
said
can
that earlier. It a little quicker at the start of the game, and maybe that's changing now.
Yeah, you know what? Especially in these arena ice conditions, going inside out is always that little bit quicker, especially at the start of an event.
Clean.
And these teams have
Curl.
they've had to adapt to that.
Curl.
And not only that, the ice has started to break in. So it's teams, but I feel that the teams have that nice feel right now. And a great shot there from Kevin to get rid of the red stone and to stagger those top 2 yellows. Of course, that doubles there, and it's an easy double, but it keeps that top 4 yellow stone almost protected, and that's the danger stone.
I see this jamming all day. Okay.
10.
I think we're going to see Daylan play the double on the middle and back Yellowstone here.
Hit and roll.
Try to roll under that corner.
Yeah, and that's the thing where, you know what, you'd love to get the double, but if you can make this roll really good, it's going to set you up for that deuce. So probably going to see the Maverick team aim a little bit more on the side of the roll. And like I said, if you get the double, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
Five.
Yep.
Hard.
Daylan's first here in the 6th end. Going hard out of the hat, moving a little more than they probably thought.
He's oh, there it goes.
Not quite the roll they would have liked, but a big roll nonetheless, and it gets rid of one of the yellow stones.
Looks like the force is going to be on now.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see Kevin. Oh, I'm wrong again. I was going to say, I don't think you're going to see Kevin go after the stone. You might see him take, kind of draw to that back 8 and force Daylan to make that draw. But you know what? He's seen throughout the game, Daylan has made draw after draw, so going to maybe try and roll this over and force him into a different path.
Pump that other one out, and then it's... What do you think that's for to hit half the rock? 11? What was that last one, like 9.5?
9.5, yeah.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Curl. Keep going.
Trying to carve it over.
That's good.
Get rid of the red stone.
Now here's that draw from the inside to the out.
Seeing a little more actually.
Yeah, we can get away with it.
Yeah, and it's always scary, these types of draws, because as you're going away from the center, you're running out of rings that you can grab onto. So really gonna have to trust the weight here, and really gonna have to trust the curl.
Yeah, half to 70.
You know, it's one of those things that as you go to the outside of the sheet, the rings kind of bend away from you. So you kind of, not only is hitting the 4-foot hard as it is, now it's even harder because there's even less room, or less margin for error, I should say.
Weight's okay right now. Okay, little heavy maybe early. Okay, gotta drop it right on the tee line.
Not to mention, it might not be a path these teams have played yet this game.
Line's great. You're always off this.
Sweepers like the weight, just gonna dust it in.
That's
right on the tee, 14-3.
It's coming in nice.
Might just be a little heavy.
It's a steal of 2. Oh, there's a big change.
Big change, a steal of 2. It's going to be Kevin Kooi, 7-5 going into end number 7. We will be back with you after a few short commercials.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
It's really good. We're good. Nice shot.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 7. After a big 6 then there, Kevin Kooi stealing 2. We talked a lot about Kevin Kooi uncharacteristic mixes, but for Daylan Vavrek to miss a draw, he has been on fire with the draw weight all game, so you're gonna have to keep that in mind as we go into the later half of this game.
12, top 8. 5.
Top 8.
Rory needs to just let it stop. Does not need a curl. Line's close. Line's close.
Another 2 good shots by Carr.
Get it fully in.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I'm just going to take control of the key here and maybe try to go for a little bit of a less exciting end, try to bring down the nerves and the momentum after a big steal.
Like that? Yeah. Okay.
A lot of times you'll see this as, you know what, we're later in the game, so Kevin's going to be happy with blanks here because it means that Daylan Vavrek is running out of time, and Daylan knows that, so you see him going hard under the corner, probably trying to go hard for that deuce. Because that's the thing is, you know what, a 10-end game is a long game, but when you get to the 7th end, well, you gotta kind of start putting the pedal to the metal.
Especially after you gave up a steal.
Yeah, you don't want that momentum to carry on.
And here you go, you carved one in there just perfectly buried.
Once again, have to shout out the ice makers here, Darren Molding and his team. Great movement and a great surface all throughout the event here. And we see here as we take a look at the time clocks, 14:01 and 13:09, or no, sorry, 13:14 and 11:45. You know what? It seems like a lot of time, but you're getting to these later ends and a lot more decision making. So teams are gonna have to be a little bit careful about
We're a little late.
Just 13.
Earl. Curl. Whoa. Straight.
I don't know about you when you're curling, Eric,
Straight.
but I know I tend to, especially in a club game, I tend to have a lot of chatter. So it makes it interesting when I go to my provincial championships and you're timed.
Well, that was a very nice shot.
Yeah, great shot.
There
nice.
wasn't much showing.
Yeah, nice lightweight and easy tap for Tyler Tardy there. Gotta shout out the lefty because you know what, a lefty myself, I think we're the best. But hey.
Yeah, we just gotta decide.
Actually, you know what? It's really interesting to see, especially how Kevin uses a lefty, because it's one of those things that you're coming from a different hack, and everyone's in turn curls a little bit more than their out turn, so you can tend to use that to your strategy. So that stone that Tyler got there with his in turn might have been a little easier for him to throw that than, say, one of the righties on the Maverick team.
Yeah, because there wasn't much of that rock visible.
Hard.
And all that late curl.
Just gonna stuff it on the back yellow there, but you know what? It's a rock in the front of the house.
I feel like it's super thin.
It's a important
You're most
stone,
likely
but
just gonna kick it
coming into this.
like I said earlier, Kevin's not gonna want to mix it up too much here.
No.
He's up. He's
Corner
got.
off.
Yep, he's up. He's got time to burn. So rip the corner and keep a nice open end.
So this could be the quickest end of the game so far.
I should add a clock on it for the ends.
Yeah.
Easy peel for Tyler Tardy. You know, he's one that doesn't lack in the weight department. He can throw them hard.
Try to set up another corner.
I thought it was good, guys. I liked it.
And
I liked it.
the Maverick team's really, they're not in too much of a panic mode right now, as they have that rock in the front of the house, and it's a really usable stone. So you know what? You can set up a corner, try to keep Kevin's team busy, or maybe even get a miss, and maybe generate multiple score for this end and get right back into it.
Spin.
Chance for a double peel.
Yeah, a little deeper than the Team Maverick would like it. It's still not an easy double peel, but you know what?
Yep.
These guys are so good that if it's there, if it's there, you know what, more times than not, they're going to make
really
it.
Close. There you go.
1-2 and a double peel. Gonna change the end up here a little bit. Kevin Kooi taking full force and right in the driver's seat. So now it's kind of decision time for the Maverick team. You're running out of ends, and are you okay with a blank here? Or would you like a little more, or like to score here?
It's an odd end.
Yeah, it's an odd end.
So a blank wouldn't be bad.
No, a blank wouldn't be horrible, and you know
Score
what?
your deuce and 8.
And that's the thing. You are only 2 down, so we might see what's called a soft deuce here. You hear a lot of the curling fans out there hear Kevin Martin when he talks about it. He talks about it a lot as a soft deuce. So what that means is if the opportunity arises, of course you're going to take that deuce. But you know what? You're okay with a blank, and you're not trying too hard for that deuce.
Hard. Gotta go, Tyler.
Come on.
Whoa. Roll shooter.
That's good. That's fine. You guys are going to make that run all day.
Really good to run it back and grab the red and miss the back yellow.
Yeah, take the double. Yep.
Now a chance for a double and a roll behind guard.
Okay.
Now, I said that Tyler Tardy doesn't lack in the weight department here, but Tristan as well. I've seen him practicing at the Leduc Curling Club there, and he can throw them quite hard as well. And you know what? That was a nice control weight, but
just missed the double.
Depends what you're trying to do. Like,
but you know what? You got the roll under the center, and
yeah.
It's an easy little tap back there for Kev to get rid of it. But you know what? You got one of the two outcomes, so.
What I threw like that
8 is fine too. Like nothing more than that though.
Just a feather high.
I was making a shake low.
So roll to the center line.
Oh, one of our games got away from us. The Adams team. 110-4.
Wanna stuff it or roll
in 7 ends, I think.
Well, we had been talking about it. A lot of these teams, they're all quite like neck and neck here. So
you got it.
Surprising to see a big jump like that, but we'll be seeing them tomorrow in tomorrow morning's draw.
They got 4 and 6 and 3 and 7.
Whoa, whoa, curl. Whoa, whoa.
The other team might have to go to the lounge and grab an 016 or a sandbagger there. Really nice raise there for Kevin Kooi to get rid of the red stone. Gonna force Daylan to make a really nice draw here to keep the deuce alive.
Yeah. Back to what you said, your soft deuce, or we call it at the local rinks, the skips deuce.
14-7 is going to be good.
Yeah, it's one of those things with that soft deuce is you would have liked to not be forced to make your deuce in the last 2 skip stones, but you know what? You're here, you have the chance, and Daylan's been on fire with his draw weight.
Yeah, and they're staggered guards, so if he gets it in there just right.
Daylan's first stone in the 7th end. Draw to top 4.
Line's good. Back 4.
No, it's
fine. Solid. 2. Got a bite. Line's getting tighter. Got a bite. Still got a bite.
No,
line's still fine. It's got a bite. Yeah, still got room.
Sweeper's kind of staying away from this. Might not like the speed too much.
It's got a bite.
See Carter Lautner kind of put his hand up. It's gonna hang on a little heavy, but you know what? Hangs on for shot stone, I believe.
Yeah.
You think of that?
I do think it's just a hair slower than coming this way.
I think
you know what? We talked about the other games on the other sheet. Our friends here at Curling Stadium have done an awesome job of live streaming all the sheets. So even if this is not the game you would have liked to watch, all the sheets are live streamed for your viewing pleasure. Not only that, if you can't make it to a live game, all games are, I believe, are kept to, you can go back to after. You can find them here on the Curling Zone YouTube page, or I believe Curling Alberta has them onto their page as well. Yeah, once again, a great big shout out to Curling Stadium and their team, as they've made it really easy to watch all this curling. And I've seen in the comments there's people from many different provinces all over are able to watch this. So
Kevin comes up a little light.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times this draw with Kevin, just not quite giving it the weight it needs. And it's going to give Daylan the chance for a draw for 2. And like we've said, he's been on fire with his draws, so not the greatest feeling if you're Team Kooi here.
Yeah, 70, 75. Yeah.
We could be back to the start of the game with Kooi with the hammer with only 2 ends left. Or 3 ends left, sorry.
Yeah, I used to joke in my leagues at home, if you were tied after the 7th end, it's like, oh, we should have just came later and played just a couple more.
Played the final end or the final 3.
Still probably there, though.
Last stone for Daylan Vavrek here in end number 7.
Yeah, it hasn't curled. Firm right now. Hasn't broke yet. Looks heavy. Gotta wait. We gotta wait, boys.
Once again, Sweeper's backing off of it. Might not like the weight. It's going to have to grind in here.
2. Yeah. Oh, it's good. Yeah, look at that stop.
Aaron's backing off. Already, Team Maverick scoring 2 to bring us back to 7-7 as we go into end number 8 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We'll be right back after a few commercials.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2023 Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Original 16, a great way to celebrate things done well.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
Alrighty, curling fans, we're back here in end number 8, I believe. I just about said 7 looking at the screen, but end number 8. After a score of 2 from Daylan Vavrek, going to bring it to 7-7 tie. A big score of 2 after looking like a little bit of a tricky end of the last one. We were talking in the break. Both teams are playing quite well. It's just both skips are struggling a little bit on the last stones.
Great shot, Alan. Nice shot.
10.
But I'd like to got it a little more to the nose of that stone and not roll away, but might have a little simpler end. We keep saying that, but every time I say that, they don't listen.
No, right off.
I was thinking more like 9-8.
Curl, Tyler.
Yeah, even though that's behind the tee line, he's going after it.
Yeah, he's not taking any chances.
Save some time.
And you know what? They're tied up now, and they're out in the wings. So if they can just hit back and forth for the whole end, Kevin's happy. Gives them a chance to blank and take the hammer into end 9.
Curl.
So it looks like it's hanging out a little bit. Gonna have to curl to stay.
Gonna roll. He's gonna go peel it, isn't he? Yep. Here's your quick end.
Kevin's happy here. They're tied up in 8, and he has no pressure. He could go all the way to the last end and score 1, and he's happy. Sitting and smelling the roses, as some would say.
We might see 2 really quick ends. He's looking up at the clock right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to see just kind of guard peel back and forth for this end. Keep putting the guards up, hoping for a miss, but you know what? At this level, it doesn't come very often.
Rock's not even stopped, and he's there, ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows what he wants. Well, you know what? As we go up and down the sheet, it gives me a chance to shout out some of the local sponsors for our bronze categories. We have Stephen View Farms, Regan Family Farms, Schwartz Home Building, Rocky Mountain Equipment, Stettler Auction Market, Stettler IDA, Buffalo Lake Charlets, Stettler Agri Center, Kevin Wells Furniture, Nod's Car Sales, TAK Oilfield, Keith's Refrigeration, Stettler Brewing Company, Glass Napa Stettler, Central Alberta Co-op, 11th End Trees, and TD Bank. We also have Kingsman Club, the Walmart, Max McMillan, Calvin Blau, Woodhill, Nutrient Caster, Incarnation, JT Auto Body, Super Flutie, Iron Cross, Future Ag, AMR AA Equipment, Volker Bros Construction, and Heartland Marine. Thanks again for your sponsor of the 2025 Alberta Curling Boston Pizza Cup. You know, it's never a bad problem to have a big list of sponsors to say. We talked about it before the events and all the signage you see everywhere, and all even in the sponsor section, all the people sitting there. It is great to see such support for these great teams.
There's a lot of advertising in the ice. Is there normally that much at a say at a Boston Pizza?
Kind of depends on the event and the different companies in those areas. There are a lot of spiels where you see a lot of signage like this, but I think they might have us beat here in Stettler this weekend. I think this is the most I've seen on the ice.
I couldn't believe it when I come in, and there's a lot of signage, which is good.
Another look at the clocks there. About 10 minutes for Daylan Vavrek and about 9 minutes for the Kooi team. So once again, I guess we're pretty much through the 8th, so 2 ends left to go, and not a ton of time if things tend to get a little dicey. I should mention as well, both teams do have a timeout, so that is in play, but still not a ton of time.
Hey, okay, well then, room 2. Pretty good. Room as well. Good job.
Now the scary thing is, you know, it's nice that you're up with it, or you're not up, but you're even with hammer, and it's nice that you get to have this little bit of a laid back end, but you're throwing a lot of peels compared to a lot of your opponents, like draws and guards. So Team Kooi is going to have to watch, as if they're going to have to throw a draw, say they get it all the way to 10th and they got to throw the draw for the win, they got to have that feel in their back pocket.
Yeah. Make a nice finesse shot after 2 ends of peeling.
And now you see a really veteran move here from Daylan Vavrek. I say veteran, he's a young guy, but he's played a lot of good curling. For this last stone, he's going to go and put it out in the wings. He's going to try and force Kevin Kooi to play a different path. And you know what? They've been playing down the middle of the whole end. So going to a different path, it's going to be, the ice is sat, so you might get a miss that way and get your one.
Yeah. Never try to give your opponent the same shot 2 times in a row.
Yeah, it's never a great idea, especially when his jersey reads Kooi, you know. Oh, looks like it's going to come a little deep. Is it going to hang on?
Yep.
Just hangs on in the back. And like we said, both skips kind of struggling. That's a lot of draws we've seen.
In the back half of the game. At the front half of the game, they were making them all.
Yeah. A little uncharacteristic for both teams. Already, Kevin Kooi last stone to blank the end.
He changed his turn on it.
Oh. Well, it's the out turn, bread and butter. And makes it with ease. So we're going to go into the ninth end. Still tied, 7-7. We'll be right back after a few short commercials.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Curling Alberta's 50/50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
Oh, sorry, sweetie, but we do have car and home insurance with Belair Direct, so it's all good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they made it easy with an online quote.
Interesting.
Plus, we're saving a bunch.
Like $4?
We're talking hundreds.
So enough when you try house?
Sweetie.
I want the one with the hot tub.
Saving on car and home insurance with Belair Direct is simpler than playtime.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2023 Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 9. We are here in the Kooi Maverick game, draw number 2 here at the 2025 Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. After blank in the last end, Kevin Kooi still has the hammer and sitting pretty tied. Not going to have to force anything. For those of you that are just joining in or that are popping in between tabs, my name is Rhett Mailloux, and I'm here with Eric Haustin, and we are your commentators for this game.
Yeah, you were.
And it's been quite a game to commentate. Lots of rocks in play, lots of fun shots to watch.
Maverick's got 2 rocks in the no-tick zone.
Yeah, 2 center guards setting up to go hard for a steal in this end.
One. Carol.
It's a little bump.
Wants to carve it in now.
Yeah, it's got to get moving. They like to take away the scoring area here from Team Maverick, but got a curl to get to the inside. Is going to bump the other yellow to top 4, but still given a chance for Daylan Vavrek and his team to get in there. While I have the chance before the end gets too interesting, we talked about our local sponsors, and for this end, let's talk about our local sponsors at the silver level.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
We have Hunt Inspection, BASF and Nutrien, On the Farm Crop Supply, Westland Insurance, G3, ATB, Patricia Farms and Nixon Farms, and Wallaby Ag Incorporated. Thank you again for your support of the 2025 Curling Alberta Boston Pizza Cup.
Yep. Yep. Oh. No.
Post.
Maverick trying for a hit and roll here.
Straight.
Yeah, a little bit of hit and roll under their guard. You're really looking for the roll. Really looking for the roll to get to a good spot. You know you're probably going to jam on a yellow, but yellows in the back of the house are actually helping you right now. Kind of helps you get that steal that you're looking for.
Here comes the peels.
Yeah, we're past the 5 rock rule, so peels are coming. But you know what? Maverick is sitting really nice, so they're not in too much. They're not in too much trouble here, and they're not too worried. Might see them put up that top or that high center.
Yeah, he's putting it back there.
You know what? I've just pulled up the chat over on Curling Zone, and it's great to see fans from all over. We've seen fans from all different provinces, and we're chatting away. Shout out to Dwayne for letting them know who our who the commentators were when we were just chatting away and didn't reintroduce ourselves for those coming back and forth into it. I got the pleasure of meeting him at the Alberta Rocks camp in Leduc, and he's a great guy and he's a lot of fun to be around. So I hope to see him again next year.
Shade high.
Replace that guard exactly where it was.
Yeah, great place guard there from the Maverick team. Sitting really nice here for a potential steal.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Gotta go.
Trying the double, yeah. There they go.
1, 2, and there they go. Tyler Tardy. I'm not sure if they're trying the double. He looked like he might have rolled it in out of his hand. Still a great shot, but it allows Daylan to place that guard back. Yeah, that's the main problem with that shot.
Straight card to red.
Gonna be 2 guards again.
Here more.
You know, it's a great example of, especially in curling, it's not always what you make, it's what you leave. I've made some great shots in my curling, but I've left some really easy shots after those great shots. So
Line's okay.
Line's good.
Trying to get a tight guard here.
Yep, keep it moving.
Yeah, really coming in really nice. Might be a little lighter than they would have liked. Really going to have to drag it here. Evan Asmussen and Carter Lautner putting their weight into it.
Could be
really
a
good
chance
sweep.
At a double peel now.
Yeah, with that being a stagger, it's going to give a great chance at a double peel. But also with how high those guards are, you could even see a chase here from the Kooi rink. Never mind people watching from different provinces. We have someone all the way from Washington State catching some Alberta Boston Pizza Cup action. San Francisco Bay Area and Montana. Holy, we got a ton of viewers from all over the world, and I hope you're having fun. Hope you're having fun watching the great action here at the Boston Pizza Cup to see who our representative will be at the 2025 Montana's Briar.
I'm good with either.
Yeah, just missed the double peel, which is a big break for
we can wait too.
Team Maverick here. Had a little bit of miss and got a miss back, so An opportunity that they're not going to get a lot this week.
Even less, like Carter's weight.
A little bit of a discussion if we want to place another guard or if we want to come into a house.
Come into it. Looks like they're going to go after the yellow.
11-5. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? If they can get this yellow and roll away to sit the 1-2, it's going to be really nice as you might be able to end up forcing Kevin Kooi here. Giving yourself hammer into that 10th end.
11, 5, 11.
Whoa.
Lots of comments coming in here. We have people
Hard.
from Wisconsin, Boston, Michigan, Denver, Colorado. Holy, even Vancouver, all over North America.
Sounds like a lot of American friends. Well, there was a little tick.
A little bit of a overcurl and not a great lead for Tristan Stanky on the Maverick team.
Yeah.
Gonna give Kevin a chance to go after that red stone and put a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he could be line 3.
Whoa, no, Tyler.
11.5.
Clean. Curl. Whoa, clean. Curl. Whoa, straight.
Just keeping it nice and straight.
Whoa.
Are you trying to kill it?
Now the pressure switched over to Vavrek.
Yeah, okay. So it's just like half.
You know what? My new favorite comment, being a skip myself, skips can sweep. I promise we can. You know, we don't like to do it a lot, but the odd time we get a little cold and we sweep. But it's been the running joke for a long time, and
Yep, skips can't sweep, but I'm a skip also, and I play third occasionally. But yeah, they always tell us we can't sweep, or we don't know how.
It'll jam. 12.
you know, I had ended up last couple of years I took a break from skipping, and I really loved the sweeping part. Except this year I went back to skipping, and boy, I forgot how cold it gets.
Yeah.
Ready, we have Daylan Vavrek at his first stone in the end here.
If he gets a little bit of a roll here, he'll be behind 2 rocks.
Yeah, can't quite count him out here. There's a lot of yellow in the rings, but really good opportunity. You see the sweeper staying close, really liking this.
Trying to bring it over. He's going to get the double.
Hard.
Evan going to get it over enough?
Oh, not enough to get it out.
But little hair. Yeah,
pretty good.
Oh, I think
you know what? It's actually really smart there on Tristan's behalf to. A lot of times you'll see, which for the most part it's good. You will see that you would sweep behind the tee line, you sweep the opponent's rock outs, but these guys have played a lot of competitive curling and they understand they're trying to go for a steal here, and rocks in the back are almost like guards but behind your stones, or catchers as we call them. So although we would have maybe liked to get them out, it's not a bad thing to have them behind the house there. Because as we've seen, both skips have kind of had a little bit of a rocky game, so misses are happening.
He thought.
Now is Kevin wanting to hit and roll open, or is he wanting to roll under?
I think for the most part, he would like to just get rid of this stone. If you can stay on the nose, it's probably the best option, because if you kind of roll under a little bit, you're opening that part of the button, and you're giving Daylan that.
Think that's max.
That little more area to score. You get her on the nose, and even if they get a roll in or on the nose themselves, you always have a soft little tap through the rings or the raise on Kevin's outside stone.
Yep. Hard. Real hard. Hard. Hard! 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 Gotta go! Hard! Hard!
Oh, just a little rub.
Little bit of an overcurl. Gonna open up the chance here. Really heads up plan B for Tyler Tardy there to curl it, to catch it onto the back yellow. Before then, that outside red looked like it might have been shot over the back 2 yellows. So doing that allows that them only to be sitting 1 instead of 1 and 3.
Yeah, it's going over the top. Easy.
Top 8 buried, no?
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And look at me, the comments are beating me even to that.
There's edge on edge.
I'm gonna lose my commentating job. They just have to do it in the comment section. And to answer you, Dwayne, yes, I do, sweet. Very seldomly and not very often. You know, I like to be the pretty face out there on the ice, but every once in a while I put a little bit of effort into it.
Pull 4.
Ready? So we have Daylan's final stone here.
Not really seeing anything else, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so same. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Not sure the exact call. I didn't quite see where they gestured, but
Yeah, I didn't either, but coming right in wouldn't be bad, but a guard would be bad either. Mind you, the guard, he's got the angle raise on his yellow to take out, but I think he's coming right in.
Finally.
yeah, that's the thing. A guard would be perfect, but you can't take away both shots. So
No.
it's kind of what you want to leave Kevin. And well, after watching him for years and especially through this year, not leaving him those little shots it's usually a good idea not to leave him those shots.
Come up light.
Yeah, just gonna over curl and come up light. So I believe Kevin has a chance here to get a deuce for sure, maybe or 3 for sure, and maybe even more. Still not an easy shot as you see him gesturing to that backstone there. It is a catcher.
Yeah.
I mean, because if it is us, you could just pick it.
And if it dead jams, I think it would be 3rd shot, so he would only get 2.
That's the thing is right now in this the second last end of the 9th end, the difference between a 3 and a 2 is massive.
Yeah.
The 2 is a little easier to get, especially as you get hammer back. It's a little easier to get that 2. 3, you really have to work at it, especially with a team like Kevin Kooi that has the hitting ability all the way through the lineup. It's going to be hard to score a 3, so if Kevin can make one good here, going to put a lot of pressure onto the Maverick rink. No, I guess.
Oh, yeah. There was a 3 earlier in the game. Yeah, the second end, Maverick did get a 3. Maybe he could get a second one.
Already last stone from Kevin Kooi here in the 9th end.
Curl.
A little wide. Gonna have to get Tyler to carve this one back.
Straight. There's your 3.
2 for sure.
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
2
3.
Get a measure for the 3rd point.
2 for sure. I don't know if they're gonna look at these ones in the back here.
I think I saw a hand gesture for the measure.
Righty, the second measure of the game.
Even if it was light,
Keeping it interesting.
it wouldn't have curled that much. No. Right? No. If it was light, it would have been.
I guess while we're waiting for the measure, we can have a little bit of around the rings update. So I can see on the screen now the Johnson versus Tao game. Tao was up 6-5, playing the 10th end. I can't quite see the other sheet. Could you give us an update there?
Humke and Van Amsterdam are tied at 7, playing 10, with Van Amsterdam having the hammer.
He's bet that a few times. He'd have a real.
Great to see all the talent here at the Boston Pizza Cup this year. See names like Maverick and Kooi and Van Amsterdam, Libis, Tao, all these names that we see across the tour and are quite good curlers. Couldn't quite see the little needle on that one, but try and see if we can catch part of this.
Yellow. Thank you.
It is yellow. Yep, 3.
Going to be yellow, so it's a score of 3 going into end number 10. We're going to be 10-7. We'll be right back after a few short commercials.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Need extra space? We rocket storage. Try 4 weeks free at a location near you. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and proud sponsor of the 2023 Alberta Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Curling Alberta's 50-50 supports grassroots curling with a jackpot of at least $100,000. I know! Brace yourself. Join us aged 18 plus in nurturing these future curling stars. Support grassroots curling with Curling Alberta.
That's gonna be
6.
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back to end number 10 action here at the 2025 Curling Alberta Boston Pizza Cup. We are here at the Kooi versus Maverick game and draw 2. A big steal of Kevin Kooi there to bring him back into the lead. Quite the turnaround, as we've seen before that 5th end. We talked about the break. Kevin did not, and his team didn't quite come out how they usually are. So a great comeback to stick to it and to now be up going into end number 10. High scoring game for both teams here. So still, like we said, anyone's game.
No lack of offense.
Oh.
We're gonna have one quick end.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We might be able to get them to pan right there. Perfect.
There it is.
They read my mind. 4:15 and 3:45. That is not a lot of time, especially coming into the last end where Maverick's gonna have to find a way to score a bunch. But like I said, both teams still have their timeouts, so that is still in play. But should be a lot of thinking this end on the Maverick side, and a lot of peeling on the Kooi side. So.
4. Wait's good.
Yeah, once we get to the 6th rock, they'll be peeling.
Gotta go. Now I forgot to shout out the gold sponsors last time, so we got some local sponsors, 2 sets of local sponsors this time. To shout out the local gold sponsors, we have Crop Management, Brant Stettler, Wilford, and GT Hydraulic for platinum sponsors here at the 2025 Boston Pizza Cup. We have the town of Stettler, Stettler County, and the Alberta government. A huge thank you to all of these sponsors for supporting such a great event.
Whoa. Okay.
Weight was fine.
Just gonna rub and roll, not what you want to see when you're trying to score 3.
A little messy.
I don't mind it. Yep. Sure. Let's make it thin. How thin we talking?
Looking back at the comments, I have to laugh. 345. Kevin Kooi can play 3 ends with that. That is true. He does not. Time doesn't phase him.
I don't know. It's like
just the granite piece.
Especially after scoring 3. Then
Exactly.
You're going to be doing a lot of hitting. Let's try for a double peel here.
Yeah, speaking of the hit, and here we are trying to get a bunch going. 1.
Oh.
Just misses 2, but you know what? Dixon, it's a little closer to the rings, which means it's a little easier for the Maverick team to punch in later in the end, but it also means that Maverick team is going to have to watch because it's an easy peel and it might even turn into a dangerous run back later in the end.
Line's better. Top 4. Line's good.
Line's good now. Line's good.
Just going to try and come under this corner guard.
Back 4. Whoa.
Still a no panic here because you have corner guard up. You have that red in front of the rings. Rock seems to be
in the rings. Yep.
Rock seems to be sliding just a little bit.
Hey, good shot.
Not ideal as it comes behind the tee line, but I believe it is buried.
Yeah, I can chase that.
Yeah.
Now it's decision time here as you might see Kevin.
There's your timeout.
There's a timeout. And you might be thinking you're up by 3 and what are you having to talk about here? But it's the difference between if you're going to peel the guard or chase the stone just thrown there by the Maverick team. And it's a big conversation to bring up because right now Maverick is trying to steal a 3 and rocks in play are not Kevin's friends here. Right now, the more rocks in play is going to help. It's going to help the Maverick team as there's more stuff to catch on. There's more stuff to freeze to.
Yeah.
So Kevin's going to try and see what is his best course of action.
But I don't think that's pretty thick.
They're definitely going to do something with the front 2 guards.
I'd be worried about.
Yeah, if I'm here in Kevin's shoes,
I
probably
like the chase guy.
because I'm a little peel happy, I'd probably be calling that top peel on the red one. But you know what? There's a reason why he's at the Boston Pizza Cup, and I'm not.
I like the chase, even if we roll a rock.
The other thing I should point out is it's not a wrong call either way. It's just what you're willing to risk and what you're willing to leave for your last shot.
Yeah, you're going to make it.
Yeah, with Kevin, I don't think it's either way is a wrong call.
No.
He can make them both.
12.5.
Yeah. And his main objective here is to leave yourself with as many shots at the end as you can. Don't make it too hard on yourself. Try and leave yourself the easiest shots or the most options for shots.
With that being said, though, it's still Aaron throwing.
You got it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's not even your shots yet, but they call curling chess on ice because you're thinking so many shots ahead. Looks like they're just going to chase the back one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
13. Just 13.
Curl. 13. High 12.
Hanging out a little bit, so Kark's going to jump on it.
Get out.
Just going to clip it, but not quite going to get it out. That is a big miss for the last end here. Opening the doors for Daylan Vavrek and his team here.
Just freeze for now? Just freeze, yeah. That's line to like, it's aggressive. It's aggressive.
Looks like they're just going to come in, try and freeze top 4 to that yellow there. Might even try to give it a little bit of a tap.
Yeah, third of a second.
Ideally, you would like to over curl a hair to take away the angle from the Yellowstone top 8, I believe.
Close for line.
Top 4, wait's good. Room. Top 4.
And you know what? We're in arena ice, so the curl is here. There's no lack of curl.
Line's good. Top 4.
Line's good. Yeah, keep going. Yep. Hard.
Sweepers are on it.
Hard, boys. Come on.
Get between those. All right. Sweep, guys.
And a amazing spot for that stone. Gonna curl, almost over curl, take away the angle on the yellow to pick it out. Great shot.
Kevin's just gonna go hit the open one though.
Yeah, you know what? It's
Peel.
there's not much else you can do. Kevin knows that they need 3, so if you could run them out of stones. Not to mention, it's still not a great setup for the Vavrek rig.
Okay.
No.
Like that out turn come around?
Yeah, they only got 3 rocks left.
No, I was thinking the out turn we talked about before. Around everything. No, the out turn around that, the left one. Just a thought. Good with whatever.
I don't think, can you get there? Yeah, I mean, like this is going for sure.
You see Daylan taking a look.
Okay.
He's talking about that yellow slash. I was talking about the last shot where you over curl, you take that away.
They're going for their timeout now.
He's saying our red goes right now.
It comes down to the fact that rock placement is so key.
Yeah. Kevin does have that yellow rock there, biting the 8-foot to come in off to take the red stone out.
But then, I mean, then you got some options. That could be really good, especially if you don't kill that. This is a bit of a saver.
There's a lot of different options for Kevin here, and you can see that Tristan and Daylan are just trying to figure out what is their best course of action.
I don't know. I think so. I don't think it does.
You see Tristan saying maybe to bump that one back and keep your red above there, but then you always have that off of the yellow on the other side.
Yeah.
So you're kind of trying to decide here what you want to leave for Kevin.
Try to get low if we can. Nose is fine.
I don't see anything else really that good.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess like we could go here and then that's never leaving.
Because I think Kevin will use his own rock to take that second shot out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what? We brought up a good point earlier that Kevin's outturn is high. His outturn high hard one is kind of his bread and butter. So you might see this little tap back and roll in to force Kevin to that in off, because you know what? It's his intern, and as good as the curlers are, any little advantage you might have or any little thing you might have to gain an edge on your opponent, you're gonna do.
And they'll have a book on that, won't they?
Yeah, you know what? These guys have played each other for years and years, whether it be together or against each other, so they know how everyone, they know everyone's little tendencies, and they're going to use it because they're trying to take the fastest way they can to represent Alberta at the Briar.
Back 8. Back 12.
Tristan for his last stone to the end here.
Close.
Back 8.
Trying to set up something good for his skipper.
Back 8.
No, straight.
Back 8. Back 4.
Straight. Yep.
Get low. Sorry. Not too bad.
Not quite the bump they would have liked, but still in a really good spot. Leaving the yellow as a catcher.
Anything thin?
A little bit of an update from Sheet D. We have Team Tau winning 8-5.
And on sheet A, Van Amsterdam got his single in 10 to win 8-7 over Humpke.
We're really going to have to watch our commentating jobs. Dwayne's beat us to that, too. I just seen it pop up. Alrighty, Kevin here going to try and get rid of a bunch. The big back swing, and here he goes.
Girl.
No lack of weight coming down the ice. Gets one going. Not only did he get one going, he just about got the second and actually bumped that red stone kind of over. So it now unlocks the safety that they had with the yellows.
Yeah, it's kind of in the open between those two yellows.
I think you can just smoke this one so hard, but like if we sit right there, then he's only got it.
He's making it a little harder for Vavrek to score a three.
If you kind of
And you see Daylan looking at this double. He knows with the weight Kevin can throw and how lively these stones are. If Kevin throws a throws a zinger right on the nose, with how lively the stones are, everything's going. So he's trying to take away that angle.
Okay.
I think.
I'm just thinking. Here's the thing, though. Like, if this is beside it, right? If this rolls a little low beside it, right?
Like this is gonna slide beneath the 5.
Yeah, and I think
Kevin's got two ways at that rock, though. It's tough for him.
Yeah, that's.
I'm seeing this.
You see Tristan looking back at the time clock. They already used their timeout, and they don't have a lot of time left.
I mean, it makes it a visually tough shot.
You know what? I gotta say, I don't think I've ever used zinger as a curling term. Darren's got Blanksville. I got a zinger.
You got a zinger.
Make the double, right? Like we got to get rid of this one. That's the.
Okay.
Yeah, no, looking.
Okay, so it's peel and.
Like you said, Kevin's got a shot at that rock either way. You're just again trying to decide what you want to leave Kevin.
Yeah.
And so it looks like they're gonna take on this double. It does leave Kevin that run to get everything going, or even a pick, but it's probably your best option, because if you just draw one in there, like I said, Kevin's gonna throw the zinger, and everything's gonna go.
Now, is he going to try to move his red also, just to move the angles around, or is he just trying to hit and roll?
I think he's just trying to hit and roll and maybe punt over the other yellow, like double of the yellows.
Whoa. Clean.
They like it out of his hand. A little bit of a clean.
Whoa.
Clean all the way down. Gonna hit it a little thick. And I think we're gonna see
what he's doing. Your zinger.
The zinger. We're gonna see a little bit of vintage Kevin Kooi, swinging it back and going to get both out. Throwing the big one because they only need one to leave the rings. Kevin's last shot in the 10th end. Chance to put away the game here. The zinger, as we are going to call it.
Yep. Clean.
He's got her. There's your game.
Off it goes, and there is the game. It's going to end. Kevin Kooi ahead of Daylan Vavrek. A back and forth game, lots of big scores. And you know what? It was a pleasure commentating with you. I had a ton of fun, and it is now our responsibility for the moment of the game presented by Original 16. And talking within the break, I think that steal of 3 in the 9th end was probably the game changer. After coming out a little flat in the first half of the game and then picking it up in the end, it was... I think that would be our moment of the game. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. But Wasn't a steal though. He had the hammer.
Oh, look at me. I'm going crazy.
But still, the outcome's the same.
Yeah. Alrighty, thank you for joining us here at Curling Stadium and Curling Zone. The next draw, I believe, is tomorrow at 9 a.m. And once again, thank you for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow.
One pick and one heavy draw away from, I think, beating.
Well, thank you.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.